Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Path of Exile. So the holidays are just about over. I think this video will probably be uploaded on New Year's Eve, as I am already having trouble with words. You know, always a great way to start off a video. Oh, it's been one hell of a whole slew of holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas both. Thanksgiving, I think in an earlier video I kind of mentioned it. I was about a little more than halfway through a quite long trip. Transmission in the car decided to blow and stuck on the side of the road, like a couple $100 in tow truck fees and also repairs. Like 3 days before Christmas, car just won't start. It's like, great. All said and done, oil was leaking onto the spark plugs. They were all covered in oil, so the car couldn't run and turn over. Got that all fixed. The transmission decided that it was going to be slipping. So that canceled and changed our plans for Christmas. Rather than going to my grandparents, we ended up staying home, so I was cooking, which, okay, not a huge deal. Fortunately, the transmission slipping thing seemed to have just been some air in the lines. It seems to clear itself up, so I'm waiting to get stuck on the side of the road somewhere still. So the night before Christmas Eve, I'm set to be cooking the next day, and I get up first thing in the morning, walk out of my bedroom to take a piss, and I hear water running, which is odd because I'm the only person home. I'm thinking, okay, that, you know, the toilet must have, you know, the lever got stuck or something. It's been running all night, not a huge deal. And not from the bathroom. It's coming from the basement, where the water heater is, where it turns out the water heater blew and was leaking water all night long. Or at least for a good portion of it. There was a good 2 inches of water in the basement. It's the first time ever I've been glad there was a bit of a crack in the foundation. The theory is some of it drained out, or the water heater didn't die that long previously. So that was another $450 that was not expected to be spent, and I had no water heater on Christmas Eve when I had to cook. Yeah, so a random chest, I want to get it. So we got that all fixed up. Apparently you can get water heaters done, so, like, and miraculously everything was ready. My stepfather got the water heater all set up and installed that day. He's a general contractor. He does these kind of things for a living. He got that all set up and done. And Christmas Eve was more or less rescued, although dinner was delayed by a couple of hours. Rather than eating at like 4:35, we ended up eating at like 7:38. But it worked out good and it was nice. And then the next day we ended up seeing a bunch of other family. Which goes on to the other problem. Seeing family is great. Seeing sick family, not so much. So, of course, then it's like feeling under the weather for a few days, because why not? But all said and done, that's all out of the way. And done, and I can get back to recording, hopefully fairly regularly. I was on such a roll for a little while, and then it all just kind of went to hell, and the regular, at least Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads were gone. I also picked up a couple games with the Steam sales going on that I want to do a few quick episodes with, sort of like I did Faster Than Light and Dungeons of Dreadmore. I picked up Spelunky and something. I don't know which. Right to Ride? Is that it? I think that was it. Do have a browser open. I can just go to my email quick. This is not Path of Exile. Okay, here we go. And, oh, I'm like, what's going on? Oh, it's just a shrine. I thought that was Kuduku for a second. But now we killed Kuduku already. What was the other game? There we go. Apparently, it just does not say what I bought in the email I got from Steam. Yay. And I don't want to bother opening up Steam to see what it was, so... Keep an eye out for those, that could be interesting. It was some roguelike game with a bunch of classes and stuff, I don't know. If I remember, which I probably won't, I'll stick it as an annotation on the video. But every time I say I'll do that, I always forget by the time I get around to editing and rendering the video. Yeah, sure, I'll grab the Burning Shrine. I would like... there's the way I'm about to say. Yeah, well, I'd love the waypoint here, because I was planning on going back and getting the medicine chest and killing the Deep Dweller, but the waypoint was already here. I found it. It's a miracle. It's like... No, it's not a Christmas miracle. Christmas was a week ago at this point. Yeah, I'll kill the rare. My XP bar moved. It was worth it. So I probably said in the previous episode that my plan was to kill Brutus this time around. I don't know if that'll actually happen. We'll see what we end up doing. Or at least... Okay, so we got 2 impaled corpses here. They work like normal. And, I guess he is kind of impaled from, like, here or so. It just looks like it's hovering in midair and the spike is missing. Pretty sure there's an actual term for it. You put your head on a pike. Usually that was an actual pike. I don't know. Whatever. And we got just a rare. No shrine. I do need to kill the rare before any of these guys are gonna die. Screw you, invulnerability aura. But once the boss dies, the explosion is quite lovely. Let's kill these guys. I want to spend a skill point and level up a gem. Multi-strike, good stuff. And that's not the passive tree. Alright, we are still going this way. It's going to be a long, boring trip for the next few levels. And for the next skill point... Alright, it's the second time this video with words. The next couple skill points are actually going to come from quests, because the Deep Dweller, which we're doing next, gives skill points. I don't think the medicine chest gives skill points. I think it's just a... I want to say ring or necklace, or it's one of those, your choice of a bunch of different things. And a skill gem. Where is Hailrake? It's gotta be right up here. If I survive this, which I might not, I need to swap out to cold resistance gear. Sapphire, and let's drink a potion, and hopefully not die to some stupid regular mobs. Yeah, we can level up life gain on hit, why not? Now, just in case, kill some of Hailrake's friends, and now we'll kill Hailrake. He actually hurts. I was gonna say, oh yeah, as soon as I get into close range, his ice spears won't critical hit. Apparently his melee hits still do a decent amount of damage when he's got his friend with him, giving him an aura. But not really too bad overall. We lived, so...
I cannot carry this.
I mean, we lived, so it really doesn't get... Well, it gets better than that, but... For me, it usually doesn't get better than that. Something I want to pick up. Oh, so there's 2 chromatic orb things here, and one of which is quite large. I don't know why I'm carrying that around, so that should work lovely. That should work lovely. That should work wonderfully. Sounds a little better. Here's your medicine chest.
A medicine chest.
Indeed, it is in fact a medicine chest. And by this point, these are all kind of out of date. Or old or useless.
You managed to sell.
Alright, so what do we have as far as this stuff goes? Increased burning damage, endurance charge on melee stun. I would need a blunt weapon for that to be effective. I'm currently using a sword, so yeah. Melee physical damage, 30, which gives 30% more melee physical damage. Added fire damage, extra fire, iron will. Strength's bonus damage applies to spell damage as well for supported skills. Melee splash. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm using already. I thought I was confusing multi-strike and that. Blood magic, I have the Keystone passive for, and Life Leech. I actually do not have any Life Leech gems at the moment, so there we go. Took a while, but I got another
There's a
gem.
fine line. I've traveled inland.
And here we go for... I would have thought there was another reward here to get, but nope, just some flavor text. Where are we going? We gotta go down and kill the Deep Dweller. Or the Dweller of the Deep, same deal. I think the quest is Dweller of the Deep, and the mob itself is the Deep Dweller. I don't know. Tarkly calls him the Granddaddy Crab, I like that. I'd also like to find where I want to be going. Actually, yeah. Well, my inventory is still full. I'm kind of meant to go to the shops. I also want to start looking for some 4, 5, and 6 slot gem weapons or armor.
Greetings.
Alright, sell items first. We got 1, 2, 3 chromatic orbs. I had to resist the urge to try to like imitate the Count. The problem's going to be anything I do find in here weapon-wise is going to be worse. Anything I find in here armor-wise actually isn't going to be much of a difference. So I need to find decent armor. But of course, no such luck. Oh well, it's just going to have to be one of those things I keep an eye out for. I really want to get multi-strike on there as well. If I can get a 5 red slot piece of equipment, that would be the ideal thing, so I can throw Life Leech on there too, and I'll be like freaking invincible. Superior weapons, we have you. It's an energy shield thing. And the rest of this can all just go in some random tab. You might be decent. Nope. The physical damage leached on melee attack would actually not be terrible, but everything else is kind of eh. Alright, back to the submerged passage. And again, I'm killing like individual mobs, which is not ideal. Okay, I can kill one thing, or I can walk ahead a little bit and kill that massive pack of crabs and squids. This is not the right way. It's easy to tell when the doors are different. I was debating if I was going to explain that or not. The entrance from the mudflats to the lower submerged passage is against a wall, as is the entrance from the lower submerged passage to the upper submerged passage. Similar to this, it's within the wall, or part of the wall. The the flooded depths, on the other hand, is in the center of a room. It's also more roundish, rather than being like that. So if you know what you're looking for, as soon as it pops up on your map, you can, well, I need to go there, or no, that is... Yes, that's where I need to go, or no, that's not where I need to go. Goddamn words. Why do they have to be so difficult? Oh. I am desynced somewhere. Possibly. Or the chest is just in a weird spot, because I'm apparently hitting everything. King is fine. What's going on here? There's Leap Slime. There it is. Yeah, we'll pick it up. Why the hell not? Well, the why the hell not would be because it's a large sword. I don't have a lot of inventory space. I don't want to, you know, I can find something better. Screw it. Slam over there because why not? It's fun and entertaining as opposed to running around the long way. I could be confusing this with the last set of with when I did Anarchy and Onslaught, but I could have sworn Onyx Amulets were removed from these other leagues. Oh well. And time to kill the Deep Dweller. Not a terribly difficult fight. I mean, I'm at equal level, so I mean, I'm not like terribly far ahead either. Alright, come on. Die already. I've mentioned before, a lot of times I'm trying to, you know, based on what happens in the episode, trying to think of a title for the episode when I put it up on YouTube. You know, we got the medicine chest, we got rid of the big crab. You know, the perfect name. The Cure for the Crab. Yeah, no. Not doing that. Alright, so we got the medicine chest. We also got... Oh, I could turn in that quest and get my skill point. That would be a start. There we go. Passive skill point. And with that, we get more strength. Well, coming up, we have some other stuff. Extra damage. The not quite as useful extra accuracy. We have a whole bunch of life nodes hiding over here. Oh, I don't feel like looking at anything at the moment. So, what are we at? 20 or so minutes, probably about 18. So, yeah, let's head back to the climb. Maybe we'll make it to Brutus. Kind of try and just charge forward and get Brutus done and over with. In theory, I shall only stop for large packs of enemies. We know how that tends to turn out for me. I do also stop for rare mobs and medium-sized packs of magic mobs. So, yeah. Whatever happens is gonna happen. I was actually kind of on the small side for that matter. Yeah. We're gonna avoid those. Why the hell not? Oh. Rain of Arrows hurting quite a bit would be one reason not to. But it's dead. Didn't matter. Nothing good is loot. Surprise, surprise. Alright, it'll take us about 3 minutes to get through this zone. That's not a terrible time. Was thinking about killing that guy. I'll let him live. Don't know why. You know, the holidays. There's my good deed for the year.
A slave is not a man. A slave is not worthy of death.
Of course, this is going to be a dead end. You know, my luck with dungeons tends to, or maps, areas, and whatnot tends to be that I go the wrong way first. I get some decent attacks of enemies, and just by the fact that it's curving around, this is going to be a double dead end. Yep. Double dead end. Time to backtrack. I'm also not sure, but there might have been a graphic update, or I just have not been paying any attention whatsoever to what gear I have been using. Yeah, we'll kill you too. Experience has also taught me that this way is going to be a dead end, but of course we're going down here anyway. But of course. Well, it is a dead end. Of course, if I keep making all these little wrong turns and keep getting currency items, well, then I really don't mind. There we have another one. And this is a dead end room entirely. I mean, hell. Totally worth it. Sadly, a one-hander. Oh well. Screw you, chatters. Screw you. I do still have my cold resist stuff on, so it shouldn't be too bad. As I get frozen solid again. Over here. His body is over here. See, he's still laying there. His loot fell over here. And more currency items. Hell. I am just on a roll with the currency items today. Now, I'm gonna say it now. Screw the fetid pool. Doing that later on. I think it's like level 42 zone anyway. That I've talked about this in the previous episode. Figured out the episode title. I need to kill whichever rare guy is providing that invulnerability aura, and I need to kill the necromancer so I can kill everything else for lots and lots of delicious experience. Could also just do that, distract him with resurrecting, and kill him while most of everything else is still dead. That worked wonderfully. That worked lovely. I think it's gonna be my new thing. That worked lovely. Could actually be that worked, comma, lovely. Well, the way I'm saying it's like that worked lovely, like it's an adjective. That is love. I don't know, whatever. May or may not be correct, but it just I don't know, it sounds odd for some reason. Like there was a post on Reddit about how, I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong, someone's gonna comment on it. Tolkien, it turns out, worked with, I believe, Oxford, who does the dictionaries. Or maybe it was Webster's, I don't remember exactly. And his argument was with his publisher when he was writing various books about the pluralization of elves and dwarves. And it essentially came down to, you know, according to the dictionary, it's elves and dwarfs. And he wanted it to be elves with a V and dwarves with a V. And, you know, the publisher's, well, that's not how it is in the dictionary. And, well, Tolkien's response, however you pronounce his name, his response was essentially, well, I wrote the dictionary. Which kind of doesn't make a ton of sense to begin with, because, you know, if you wrote it, you should be following your own rules. I might be remembering this entire story incorrectly. But something to that effect. I don't know, whatever. It's not really important. That's sort of part of my point. You know, what I said might not be correct, but it could eventually become correct. It's like the word hanged. You know, they were hanged from the gallows. I hate the word hanged. It's just so an unwieldy word. It's just not, you know, it doesn't roll off the tongue in the slightest. Now, you hang something, that something was hung on the coat hanger, but the person was not hung on the gallows, they are hanged on the gallows, or from the gallows. You hung them by the rope, by a rope tied around their neck. You know, whatever. I know it's not grammatically correct. I refuse to reuse the word hanged unless I'm explaining this whole thought process. English is always developing and changing language. So I will eventually get that change pushed through. Probably not, but hell, I can dream. And I can be stubborn about not using the word hanged. Also moist. Don't like the word. Not liking the word moist is kind of like a fad thing. But the picture that is associated with it, I just don't like the word anymore. 28 minutes, I need to stop killing crap, I need to get the Brutus, I need to kick the crap out of Brutus quickly. Fortunately, the warden's quarters are right here. I wish they'd remove this fence so I could just leap slam up here.
A shame the warden won't
As I'm
leave anything.
trying to leap slam up there quickly.
Make sure you tell our host.
They might have changed it, I might be able to leap slam over it, but no, unfortunately I cannot. I'm also I'm also half tempted to see if I can survive Brutus's ground slam. I very much doubt that I can, so yeah. I'm not gonna be trying that. I'd like to go an episode without dying. Alright, emergency portal.
Sentence is death.
Alright, let's hide behind the wall, get the health back up to full. Almost refresh Enduring Cry in time. I just got slammed twice, I believe, and I survived it, so, well, I got a lot of extra health to work with. Or perhaps not. Let's try this again. I think that a lot of that had to do with the fact that I had granite flasks. So you know what? Let's recharge those granite flasks and get this over with. Another emergency portal.
Be a horror. I will show you what true horror is.
And hopefully I will win this before I get killed. There we go.
Now
a lot
your
of stuff.
spirit will be the plaything of the ancestors' slave master.
Whole bunch of stuff, none of which I actually want. One-handed, one-handed, one-handed. These are all freaking weapons, except for that, which, well, it's half evasion. not the right color slot layouts, or colors or link layout, so that's it. I need to go to the next area, activate a waypoint, and then that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Path of Exile. Next time, I might just go tackle that goddamn fetid pools. If not, I will just be progressing forward and possibly killing Mervale, which will, of course, entail me getting sidetracked down in the ship graveyard. Cave. I'm gonna go with cave, not cove. And then ending the episode saying that next time we will actually get to Mervale. So for now, that's gonna be it for this episode of Let's Play Path of Exile. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.